Well, I just heard the record, and I mean, it's a fun record. It's a lot of fun. Was it as much fun to do? It sounds like you had a blast.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't done in one long stretch of time. It was very broken up because the people that I work with, Pharrell, Justin Timberlake, and Timberland are all very busy. They work with lots of different artists. They're on tour. They're in movies, et cetera, et cetera. So they were very hard to schedule. So I ended up doing the album in sort of 2-week stints, and another wait a couple weeks, and another 2-week stint, and wait another couple weeks, and another 2-week stint, and then it took much longer than I usually take to make a record, just because there was so much space in between.
With all the things that you're doing these days, I would think you'd be hard to schedule as well.
Well, I suppose my scheduling factored into it, but of course, my perspective is that they were difficult and I wasn't. Yeah. No, I think it was hard for all of us to make our schedules coordinate, and that was the biggest challenge. When we actually got in the studio and started making music, it was actually quite simple.
Each time out, each time you make an album, it seems to have a new facet, a new territory that you're going into. With this one, did you have a very clear idea? Was there a clear idea at the beginning, before you started, as to what you wanted this to be?
When I made the decision to work with Pharrell and Justin and Timberland, it was really just a matter of I loved their records. And after I made Confessions on a Dance Floor, I was scratching my head thinking, well, what do I want to do next? What kind of music do I want to do next? And so I asked myself, well, whose music do I love right now? Who am I listening to? What records am I buying? What makes me excited? What am I excited about right now, musically? And it was those three. So I thought, well, why don't I work with them?
Was it clear from the start that this was going the way you wanted?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not my normal way of working, because usually I don't usually work with other artists who are also performers. Like Pharrell, he makes his own records, he goes on tour. He's a singer himself. So is Justin and Timberland. They were all on tour when I was working with them. So it was a little bit of a different energy working with other performers. I'm used to being the diva in the room, and the person I'm with is much more of a support system for me. So I had to adjust to, sharing diva space. Yeah. Which was fun, and, sometimes there was fireworks, but it made for something interesting because everybody was very opinionated. And once you adapt to that environment, then everything goes good.
Go on, you tell us, who was the biggest diva?
Who was the biggest diva? I'm not going to tell you. I think we all, depending on the week, we all won that sweepstake. Yeah.
And as it came together, did it then have a sort of sense of you knew at some point where it was going, what it was going to sound like? And
I just wanted to write songs that people couldn't get out of their heads. So, yeah. And hopefully I accomplished that. Yeah.
Now, this album also comes at a time of some change for you. Is it in terms of business relationships and things? You're moving
Yes.
on.
It's my last record for Warner Brothers Records, whom I've been very loyal to for the last 25 years. Yeah.
Do you consider it in some ways sort of a legacy or a summing up record in that regard?
No, I don't think so. I just thought, let my last record with Warner Brothers be as great as my first record. Yeah. Let's go out in a bang.
And you'll be going out touring.
With a bang.
Yeah.
I hope so, yes.
Have you given any thoughts to what the tour is what shape it's going to have this time?
Well, I've thought about it, but I'm just at the coming up with ideas stage and sort of hashing them out with people, not really having anything concrete. Yeah, it takes me a while to come up with what my concept is going to be.
You still love doing these shows, right?
Hate them. I love putting them together, and I love the first 2 weeks and the last 2 weeks of the tour. Everything in between is hard work.
Would you ever want to do the sort of, you know, Vegas setup like Cher and Elton?
No, I'm not very fond of Vegas. So, no, I don't think so. I'd like to do a setup and stay in one city for a long time, but not Vegas. Yeah.
So the idea of
I'll take Rome, for instance, or Paris, or, yeah, London, New York. Yeah.
you think it's a possibility someday?
As soon as they build a casino in one of those places, yeah.